right, and we're back. Mr. Gerard here. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but hey, here we are. And today I got a good one for you. Garage Star Universal Heat Extraction / Drop Vent. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put one of these inside your hood. This video will be specifically for a first-gen Miata, but all of this information can be applied to your vehicle and this vent, or really any other type of vent. It's the same principles. But let's get into it. All right, so I've already done some of the boring stuff off camera, and so let me just get you kind of caught up here. So far all I've done is just lay out where I need to cut. Let me show you how I kind of got to here. So in order for our hood vent to be effective, we need it to be just behind the radiator, but not so far behind it that the drop portion of it hits our valve cover. But you don't want this vent to be so far forward that it becomes useless, because we need that air to flow from the grill through the radiator and then out of this extraction vent. If we have it too far forward, if say we have the hole here, it's going to be useless because that air through the radiator is just going to go straight through and just get trapped. So we need it just behind the radiator to where that hot air is going to want to come out here. Now, of course, without the proper ventilation, shrouding, it's only going to be partially effective, but it's still going to look dope, which is why I got it. Anyways, our magic number is 9 inches from the beginning of the hood to the beginning of our hood, our heat extraction vent. So what I did here, I measured up 9 inches and put a little mark. Boom. Now we need to find the center line of this hood, and then we need to find the center line of that vent so we can line it up on our hood perfectly centered. All I did was take a measurement from here to here, divided it in half, and put a mark. And just for you guys, we're looking at 14 3/4 inches. Okay? Now, we need a second mark. And from here to here, between these two windshield squirter nozzle hole deals, is about 9 5/8 inches. Put a mark. Then I took my chalk line, ran it from that mark to this mark, snapped a line. Bam, there's my center line. You can see here that I actually took my pencil and kind of redid it. So that way I can actually work from it, because that chalk, obviously, it's going to come off. So I just use that as a reference, put my pencil mark on there, took my overall dimensions of the extraction vent and scribed it onto the hood. There's my overall dimension of the vent. And then to get my cut line, all I did was take 1.5 inches in on each side, 1.5 inches in, and then 2 inches in and 2 inches in on the top and the bottom. And that will give me what I need to cut out. Bang, bang. Now that we got that, we got the center line all figured out, we got the hood vent where we want it, it looks good, it's going to be effective. Now we're ready to cut a giant hole into our perfectly fine hood. All right, so here's what I'm going to use to cut the hood. It's a Milwaukee hacksaw, sawzall, reciprocating saw, whatever you want to call it, with a metal blade on it. This should be more than enough to get the job done. Really, you could use like an angle grinder, you could use pneumatic air saw, you could use tin snips if you wanted to. This stuff is super thin. Now you might not get the cleanest cut, but it'll work. So anyways, I'm gonna get started with this thing. And as always, don't forget your PPE, dudes. Your eyes and ears are important. Let's go. All right, so yeah, that's gonna work. Let's keep going. Alright, so this is actually working out pretty good, but I'm kind of burning through blades pretty quick. But I think I'll make it, so check it out. Getting a pretty good straight line. Not bad. You can pretty much cut it with anything, like I said. Alright, let's keep moving. Got to finish that off. The underside of it. There we go. We have successfully put a giant hole into this hood. But now, the moment of truth. Is it gonna fit? Of course it does. Our layout was good. We double, triple checked our measurements. Let me just line it up here. Yeah, it's close enough. Close enough. All right. Bang, bang. There we go. It'll work. Got it back 9 inches. I do have a little bit of wiggle room back and forth just in case. I'm gonna test fit it here in a second, but I think we're gonna be good with our 9-inch layout right here. Cool. But next step is to transfer these holes onto the hood, drill them out, insert our rib nuts, and then we can bolt the whole thing down. But first, I want to test fit it, make sure we're going to be good. That's perfect. Nine inches. Inch and 1/8. Inch and 1/8. How's she look? That looks pretty sick. Let's get a close-up on her. There we go. Radiator's right here. Our vent is just behind it. That should help. Get rid of the hot air. Cool. That looks sick. All right, so looking at it from this angle, you can still see some of the structure from underneath the hood. See that bit of metal that's hanging down? It's just kind of ugly. I'm gonna cut that out just because it's bothering me. But other than that, I think our placement is really good. So, sweet. Let's keep rolling. So here we are, I've got my tools for the job, you're gonna want one of these. It's our rib nut tool. This will actually help you set the rib nuts. You can get this on Amazon for like 40 bucks. They have the smaller ones that you can get too for a little bit cheaper. And these are the rib nuts. If you don't know what they are, they're basically a rivet with threads on the inside. I'm actually gonna be using M4. It's a lot smaller profile. That's what I'm gonna be using. You can get this on Amazon for like 10 bucks. And for the M4, you need 6mm drill bits for my M4 nuts. You're gonna need these, pack 5, on Amazon for like 5 bucks, 10 bucks. Got my drill here set up already. And then little Cleco tool. These are called Cleco fasteners. You can get these on Amazon too. Super cheap, super cool. Definitely come in handy if you're gonna be taking on and off panels very often. All this, some of you guys may already know all this information from watching my over fenders video, but if you didn't know, now you know. And that's what you're gonna need to do this job. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. First I need to take this off, and then I can drill all my holes and then put in my rib nuts, and then we'll be done. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I've got my 6mm drill bit. I'm just gonna open up these holes, and then I'll show you how to use the rib nut tool. All right, so you're gonna grab your tool, grab yourself a rib nut, open your tool, thread the rib nut on there, and we're gonna stick this in the hole and then squeeze the levers together. So just take it nice and easy. Squeeze gently, and then release. Unthread it. This little piece right here, unthread. And then bang, bang. There we go. We have a rib nut inserted. And then you just gotta do the whole thing now. We have it all bolted on. Looks pretty good. Now I'm not gonna lie and say that it's flawless fitment, but you know what? It is pretty damn good. Even over the little hump in the middle of the hood here, it fits pretty well. Good thing that the fiberglass is somewhat flexible. Yeah, livable. I can live with that. It's not the best, but I can live with it. I think it looks cool. I think it's gonna work pretty good. And we are done. And there you have it. We've successfully put the Garage Star vent into our hood. Stay tuned for the next video where I'll be showing you guys how to install aero catch latches into your hood. Now, if you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button, drop a comment below, hit the subscribe button, follow me on all social media at Mr. Gerard, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, love you, bye. All right, and we're back, Mr. Gerard here.